Jesus Christ. Hey!
I will help you up.
In the peaceful Florida Keys, a routine traffic stop turned into unexpected chaos when a 60-year-old woman named Deborah Odom refused to cooperate with law enforcement. What began as a simple DUI investigation quickly spiraled out of control with emotional outbursts, strange behavior, and shocking accusations. Captured on body cameras, this incident shows how officers remained calm and professional while dealing with a woman who did everything to avoid a sobriety test. This story is more than just a DUI case. It's a powerful reminder of the importance of staying calm, following the law, and respecting those who enforce it. Curious about real-life stories that go beyond the headlines? This video dives deep into a shocking encounter with law enforcement. Watch from start to finish to uncover the full story and the lessons it teaches. Don't miss out on this powerful experience. One cloudy day in the Florida Keys, the sky was full of dark clouds, and the air felt chilly. On that day, officers received a report that a woman was driving in a strange way. People reported her car because she was driving erratically. That means she was sometimes speeding, sometimes going too slow, and giving the wrong signals. After the report, the Florida Keys deputies went to find the vehicle. When the deputies reached the woman, they met 60-year-old Deborah Odom. The officer stopped her and asked, "Ma'am, is everything okay?" Deborah had given the wrong signal and made a wide turn, which made the officers suspicious that she might be driving under the influence. The officer politely asked her for her license, registration, and insurance, but Deborah's behavior was odd. When the officer asked her to park the car on the side and step out, she refused. The officer kept telling her to cooperate, but she ignored the instructions again and again. At one point, the officer told her that she was now legally detained, but Deborah said she wanted to record a video first. The officer calmly explained that she could use her phone, but only after getting out of the car.
And so when you pulled in here, you made a very...
I'm not going to do that.
You're not going to do what?
I'm not gonna do that.
Put your car in park.
No.
Put your car in park.
No.
Car in park now.
Why?
Ma'am.
Still, Deborah did not listen. By that time, the officer believed this could be a DUI case, driving under the influence, so he asked her to do a field sobriety test to see if she had been drinking. Deborah responded that she had breast cancer and wanted to send a message to her followers, but the officer stayed focused on the test. The officer noticed that her breath smelled like alcohol. The way she stood and walked also didn't look right. She kept losing her balance. The officer wanted to start the test, but Deborah said, "Call Rick." She claimed Rick was a sheriff and knew her. It seemed like she was trying to use his name to influence the officers, but the officers refused and said they only needed her cooperation. Deborah then became very emotional. She started crying and said she couldn't do all this. The officers asked her again to start the test, but she never completed it. Every time she gave a new excuse. At one point, Deborah tried to snatch her license back from the officer's hand. That act was illegal, so the officers immediately arrested her. As they were putting handcuffs on her, she began screaming loudly, saying, "I'm in pain."
Hey, you're hurting me! You're hurting me! You're hurting me!
The officers gently handled her and asked, "Do you need an ambulance?" Deborah said yes. Then she fell to the ground and screamed that she couldn't breathe. The officers helped her lie on her side so her breathing could improve. They called the rescue team. While waiting, Deborah kept saying the officers had treated her unfairly. She was very stubborn in saying they had hurt her. When the rescue team arrived, the officers helped her stand up. That's when Deborah said something new. She told them she was the mother of a teacher and the officers were being cruel to her. Her tone was very emotional, but the officers stayed calm and handled everything professionally. Their only goal was to complete the investigation. Then came a shocking moment. Deborah accused one officer of slapping her. The officer was shocked and said that never happened. The officers kept telling her to stay calm and cooperate, but Deborah kept making different claims. The officer explained again that their job was to maintain public safety. He told her that taking the test was her responsibility, but Deborah was not being friendly. She argued about everything and looked at each situation from a different angle. The officers never used physical force, but Deborah was constantly creating drama.
So proud? Jesus Christ. Hey!
I will help you up.
By the end of the video, Deborah became a little calmer. Maybe she realized that the situation was serious, but she still blamed the officers, saying they had lied. She claimed they arrested her for no reason, but the video clearly showed everything. The officers were professional and calm in every step. Throughout the situation, the officers showed patience and professionalism. They gave Deborah many chances to cooperate, but Deborah kept making things more complicated. She used names like Rick, screamed, fell down, and finally accused them of slapping her, all of which showed her unstable behavior. This case is a clear example of how DUI cases are not only about driving, but also involve emotional and legal challenges. It was a tough moment for the officers too. They had to deal calmly with a senior citizen who had no control over her emotions. In such cases, public trust depends on how officers behave. If they had gotten angry or used force, the situation could have become worse, but they followed every rule. They used body cameras at every moment, proving that Deborah's accusations were false.
Come on, sit. Thank you.
Stop! 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 Quit hurting me! Stop!
Arrest her!
Deborah tried to use her position, mentioning Rick's name and saying she was someone's mother. But in front of the law, everyone is equal. If you are on the road and suspected of DUI, you should cooperate. If you are clean, the tests will prove it. But if you don't cooperate, it only increases suspicion. This video proved that the officers handled a difficult situation calmly. They never disrespected her, even when facing her emotional outbursts. Deborah's behavior was shocking for viewers, but unfortunately, incidents like this happen everywhere. This case teaches a lesson. Whenever you are on the road and police ask you something, respond calmly. If you are innocent, there is no need to fear. And if you have done something wrong, cooperating will help you face the legal process more easily. Resistance only creates more problems. The Deborah Odom case was not just about DUI, it was also about public behavior, cooperation with law enforcement, and understanding the legal process. Every citizen should follow the law, not go against it. Officers are humans too. Their job is tough. They deal with new people every day who have different emotions, mental states, and situations. This story ends with Deborah being arrested and taken to the hospital. The next steps in the legal process will be known when the court hearing happens. But one thing is clear, the more you cooperate, the easier the legal process becomes for you.
Oh, here we go. Really?
Debbie, I'm trying to work with you, not working with me.
Okay, so we're gonna do
And this is where we ended up.
The Deborah Odom case serves as a clear reminder of how crucial it is to stay calm and cooperate when interacting with law enforcement. Despite the emotional outbursts and accusations, the officers remained professional, ensuring the law was upheld. This incident demonstrates that resistance only complicates matters, and cooperation can ease the legal process for everyone involved. It's a lesson in understanding the consequences of our actions and how they can impact both us and those around us. Let this be a reminder to always stay composed regardless of the situation. If you want to learn more about how law enforcement handles difficult situations, watch the full video. Stay informed, stay calm, and stay respectful.